All right, guys, we have a new OceanKing from Monta. Big thanks to the crew for sending this over to me so I can check it out and then share it with you. This is the Mark III, or version 3, whatever you want to call it, of the OceanKing. They just slowly keep evolving it. That's the way good watchmakers do it, right? So what do we have today in this package? We have refinement, improvements, and just overall good quality watch here. So let's zoom in. Let's take a closer look at this thing as we cover the dimensions. Beautiful watch, right? This is a prototype. This isn't even the production model. So the only reason I say that, this is basically the model, right? This is what it's going to look like. But the production models will just be probably a little bit tighter and all that good stuff. Not that this one's not. But measurements, 40 millimeter from here to here. I actually measure 40.3, so just over 40, but basically 40. The lug to lug is a 47. Very familiar case shape there. You can kind of like pick up on that across the Monta lineup. The thickness, it's only 12 millimeter, just a touch over 12, like 12.15 millimeter thick. Flat sapphire crystal up top, has a slight chamfer, keeping it just proud of the ceramic bezel insert. 20 millimeter lug width, bracelet tapers down perfectly to 16 millimeter, making it super comfortable. On top of that, it's all individual links, so it just kind of folds up on itself. You still have their patented clasp closing technology. It's that big button and receptacle for it. But the clasp is different in the sense that it's sleeker looking, better looking, and has toolless, 6-position on the fly adjustment. Then you also have half links on both sides of the bracelet. So this thing is going to be easy to adjust and very comfortable. So there's a look at the clasp. Solid case back. And then back to the top side, because that's what you're going to be looking at. 6 millimeter screw down crown, keeping the 300 meter water depth rating on this thing. That crown is 6 millimeter and signed, like I said. 120 click bezel. Listen to this. That is perfection. That is a premium bezel action. The bezel insert, ceramic and filled. I'm telling you guys, let's zoom in a little bit closer. Take a look at that. It might look familiar. I'm not going to talk about it much more than that. The dial, gloss black, lacquered, finished. The handset, diamond cut. There will be almost no imperfections that you could see to the naked eye or zoomed in. The closer you look, the more you'll realize that the attention to detail in this thing is top notch. So they're diamond cut hands, meaning that they're super, super clean edges, and then they're rhodium plated. You also have beautiful applied markers or indices and heavily filled with BGW9 Super Luminova. The date at the 6 o'clock, actually I asked them about doing a no date, the owners of the brand. And they said they almost never have a demand for no date. So I think if there was a demand out there and they could justify doing a small batch or something like that, maybe they would. Maybe we could convince them to do that. Personally, I would like to see a no date, but the date model on this with the position at the 6 o'clock keeps the balance of the dial. And that is important. Let's zoom back out a little bit here. That was a little close. A little close. The movement inside is what they're calling the M22, which there's a M22 road that I always drive around here pretty close, so it was kind of interesting. But M22, it's the Monta 22. It's, as far as I can tell, it should be the current generation of the Sellita SW300 with the upgraded barrel, because it has 56-hour power reserve. I suspect that's what's in here. If anybody that knows for sure would like to confirm in the comments, go for it, but I am fairly certain that's what it is. Back to the crystal, you'll notice the anti-glare of it is top-notch. 7 layers of anti-reflective coating on the bottom side of the crystal. So everything up top is going to be scratch resistant between the ceramic bezel and then the sapphire crystal, and you don't have AR coating on the top side of it to scratch. So it's on the bottom side, heavily applied again. Price point on this, $2,225. I think it's on pre-order right now. They'll probably be shipping soon though. So for $2,000, this is a luxury watch at the $2,000 price point. And they back it up with both the materials used, the execution, and the quality control of this watch. It justifies the price. Has a nice display case or a display box that it comes with. If you've ever watched some of my older Monta videos, they didn't send this over with one of those, but they have like a really nice wood grain box, and it's a nice presentation. Okay. If you ever get a chance to check out a Monta, please do so. Don't just, gloss over this and move on because it might not be at your comfort level on the price. Sometimes you need to stretch a little bit to get that quality, and that's what this one does. But I truly believe that it punches above its weight, even at that higher price point for what some people might still call a micro brand. It's more of a boutique brand now. They're actually in stores, and they're above that. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a premium entry luxury, if that makes sense. Let's pop it on wrist so you can see what that looks like. I should probably zoom back out so you can see it at a better distance. That size is perfect. The 40 by 47, that's like a magical size for a diver. You have the female solid end links there, so those will flop over right away. So if you have a smaller wrist, this is easily wearable on a wide range of wrist size for sure. Now, let's check out that BGW9. Let's give this a quick blast with the UV light and turn off the studio lights and check that out. Plenty of lume on this guy, as you can see. They had a lot of real estate, both of the sword handset and, of course, those oversized markers applied onto the dial. So it gives them plenty of real estate, and they took full advantage of it. Thanks for watching, guys, and big thanks to the crew at Monta for sending this over so I can check it out and then share it with you guys. I'll see you on the next one.